Today, I'm going to be building myself in Minecraft. And no, not like a pixel art image, but a proper 1:100 scale statue of myself. This might take a while. I first took a picture of myself, got rid of the background, and threw it into this website. Prayed that this download wasn't a virus, opened it up in Blender, and... Oh! Oh my god, that worked! Oh my god, that is incredible! Rigged myself up with a pretty nifty skeleton, put myself in a good enough pose, gave myself a cool looking sword, voxelized myself in Minecraft. Oh my god! Oh, that's so cool! This is so weird to see. I'm not used to this at all. Completely recolored it and messed around with it in World Edit and Litematica on a creative copy of the world until I was finally happy with its position. And after doing all of that, we have done the easy part. Now we've got to actually make this. Oh god, no. Oh gosh, that looks really immense. Okay, so the resources that we're going to need to make this are going to be on screen now. Wool, concrete, and wood won't be too difficult to make, but I think the obsidian will be the worst. So I kind of want to get started with that first. And I think the easiest way to get a lot of obsidian is going to be from mining the end pillars. God, it's been a while since I've been in here. So we need to mine pretty much any one of these. We'll get the widest one. That one that'll do. Right, I'm kind of hoping this works. Please tell me it works. Oh god, okay, finally. Okay, I was sure it wouldn't work in the end, but it does. Okay, that makes it a bit easy then. So now we're just gonna mine this then. This might take a while. Oh god. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we have now got a full sugar box full of obsidian, which should be about enough. After doing that, I then took the beacon, jumped back into the overworld, left the stronghold, and headed back to the base. Then celebrated my 18th birthday inside of a haunted house.
Oh no. What the hell is that thing?
Then headed back home, got home at 3 in the morning, built a wool farm, managed to trade with a wandering trader for birch saplings, and while I was at it, I also sheared some sheep. So we've already got the obsidian all done, and I have just left my PC on overnight, so we should have a little bit of wool left over. Oh, please be good. Okay. Okay, that might be enough. So I think we could do with like 3 more stacks of wool, and then we should be done. So I'm going to leave the wool farm on for now, but after a minute or two we should have enough. But at the moment I'd quite like to move on to getting the birch, oak and spruce wood. And thankfully we've already got quite a lot of spruce planks already, so we don't have to worry about that at all. And I guess we may as well throw down these birch saplings. I guess here will do actually for now. And thankfully we don't actually need that much wood. We could do with 5, maybe 6 stacks of oak wood. So yeah, we may as well just get to it. Alright, and now we've just got birch left to do, and once we've got that done, we are pretty much done. It's done. We're finally done. That was about 3 days of constantly mining birch, and I think we've finally got enough. So we can finally cross them off the list, and now we've got one thing left. All that we have left is the black concrete, which shouldn't take too long to do, as we can just make one and then duplicate them, meaning this will probably be the easiest thing to get done off the list. In total, this only took around 30 minutes to fully complete, and this duper can double gravity blocks, so I'll definitely be using this method for gravel and sand in the future. And it actually surprised me how fast this duper worked. On average, we're able to get over 3,000 blocks an hour, which I think is pretty good going considering how simple this method is. And then I only needed to spend around 5 minutes converting the concrete powder into usable concrete blocks. Okay, that really did not take as long as I would have thought. That was only around half an hour to get all of that, which I think is pretty good going. So now we're going to take that and head back. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing else that we need. So I think, for the most part, we've got everything. It might be the case that we might need to get a couple more items, but I think for the most part, we've got everything. So we may as well pick these up quickly. And I guess we can head back to the Litematica schematic. Okay, so I don't think I've really explained this very well, but what Litematica can do is it can show you how to build something. The pink blocks are the blocks that we can kind of ignore, because Litematica is telling us that the blocks don't need to be there for the build, and obviously we kind of need them to be there. And the blocks that have a blue outline are the ones that we need to place down. So it's a really good way to see how much you've got left to build, and it's actually quite satisfying to see it all being filled in. And you might have also noticed that I haven't mentioned anything about getting this stone sword done, and that's because we've kind of already got the materials for it. In the last episode, we fully finished off this village, and I kind of overestimated how much stone we would actually use, and I'm pretty sure we've got a plentiful amount of spare stone that we can use, so we're kind of sorted on that front. So yeah, after about a week of grinding, we've finally got enough materials, so we might as well just get started. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and you can see how much we've got done so far. There's still a lot left to be done, and this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. I should probably say as well that I'm not going to bother with this side, the back, because you're only going to be seeing myself from this side here. There's no point in building something that no one's going to see, so I'm not going to bother. But we are getting there slowly. You can see the block complex is really complicated, and it's a bit difficult to place every single block in the right place, but we are getting there. Just very slowly. I think the t-shirt bit is going to be one of the hardest things to get done. The arms might be quite difficult, especially the underside of them all, at least compared to the sword, which I reckon will be quite straightforward because it is just one layer thick. But yeah, we've still got a lot more left to get done, so I guess we may as well just keep going. I think from this entire build, the shirt was easily the most annoying to make, mainly because I had to switch very quickly between the obsidian, black wool, and black concrete, and I had to slowly go up layer by layer, and it's because of that that this shirt took around 3 hours to build. Which, to be honest, I don't actually think was that bad, considering the block complex and just how many blocks there were needed. Okay, that does look pretty cool. We are getting there very slowly. We've got the t-shirt all done as far as I'm aware. And because we don't really need to build as much as I first thought, we've kind of got a lot of obsidian, black wool, and black concrete left. So what I'd like to move on to now, though, is going to be moving on to actually building the arms. And the only problem is, though, and you can see that these blocks here are like highlighted orange. And I've had a bit of a Google why these blocks are highlighted orange. And I think it's because Lightmatica knows that these blocks are in the right place. They're just in the wrong orientation. So instead, they should be like that. There you go. And you can see if they're like that, it just looks like a normal color. But when you're 200 blocks away on that path, it's not really going to be noticeable at all. So I'm not really going to be bothering too much about the orientation of blocks. But as long as you don't tell anyone that the blocks are in the wrong orientation, they won't even know. So we can kind of get away with it. But yeah, I kind of want to get started on these arms, and I reckon this one here will be the easiest one to do. So we'll get started on this one first. Now that we're moving on to the arms, it does feel like the project is finally starting to come together. Obviously, we've still got quite a bit more left to go, but despite that, we are still making incredibly good progress. And after spending around 2 hours building, we had pretty much finished the arms. And we are done. Okay, that didn't actually take as long as I would have first thought. You can really see that it is starting to come together, and it does start to look really cool. The only slight issue that we have is that if we break this block here, you can kind of see that there's quite a few mobs down there, which isn't really going to be good. And if there's by chance a creeper explosion, which known me will probably happen, I have no idea how I'm going to rebuild this. So I'm kind of praying that that day never happens. But yeah, we are so close to being finished. We just got the head left to go. So let's finally get this build completed. I absolutely love to make builds like this, where I'm trying something new for the very first time, not knowing how on earth it will turn out. And we have an entire section on the Discord server dedicated to builds just like this that we're really proud of. And I'll be honest, there are some really awesome builds and projects that people are working on that I would strongly recommend checking out. So if you'd like to join in, share what you've made, and be a part of our tiny little community, check out the Discord server linked down in the description below. Ah, gosh, still got a lot more left to go. No! Don't you think about it. No! Oh, god damn it. Ah, god damn it, that's so annoying. It's getting really dark in here though, and one creeper spawn could really ruin this. That took a very long time to get done, but I think we're finally finished. So now we can finally get rid of Lightmatica and see what this actually looks like. I have no idea how to do this. Unload? Oh, hang on. Oh, wow, okay, now it looks a lot cleaner. And I think that's the build completely finished. This has turned out exactly how I wanted it to turn out. It looks so cool. Even back over here on the paths, you can see myself. That looks so cool. Oh, that looks so goofy. I love that. But I really do think that has turned out absolutely incredibly. I love that so much. And this really is an accurate 1:100 scale statue of myself. None of the blocks have been removed, and it all came from that one photo we took right at the start of the episode. Since this build is now finally finished, let's take a step back and have a look at how we created this ridiculous build. This build has got to be one of the craziest, most ridiculous builds we've ever made on this channel so far, and it was so fun to make and record. If you guys have made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing, as this video took way too long to make, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.